Okay, here we are. I'm here today with Lisa Koss, who is a student of mine, is a flamenco student of mine. And I just wanted to have an informal chat with her about flamenco and her flamenco journey. She's been studying really hard for the past 2 years, and um, and I just wanted to find out a little bit about her experiences on her flamenco path. So thank you, Lisa, for being here today.
For having me.
So just tell me a little bit about your flamenco path.
I came to Granada for a visit and had no intention really of getting into flamenco. I didn't really know anything about it and found your class and joined it and just added some private classes while I was here. And in my experience with you doing that, I just realized this was something I might be really interested in, and it just brought something out of me. And so that summer, you taught the workshop in Brooklyn, the first one in summer of 2019. And I had this amazing time and felt like I had found this thing that I wanted to follow. And I've just been on this really amazing journey since then. And so for 2 years now, I've been taking, 3 or 4 classes a week and just making it this really strong priority in my life that has changed a lot of things for me.
Yeah. For me, you're a huge inspiration, especially because of the time you're at in your life. Flamenco is really difficult, and there's a lot of things that can make it more difficult. Not being born in Spain, not knowing the language. A lot of people have a feeling of insecurity about, like, I'm starting too late, I'm too old for this. I think that a lot of people would find amazing that you have started flamenco in your 50s. Is that okay that I say
Oh,
that?
absolutely.
Okay. How old were you when you started?
53.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
55
Five.
now.
Yeah.
And
I'll be 56 in September.
yeah, and the amazing thing is how quickly you're learning and how quickly you're developing as a flamenco dancer, because it's not just like a one-off class that you did and now you do flamenco every now and again. You do 4 classes a week,
Yes.
and you work really hard and you
Yeah.
train really hard. So for people who might think, oh, I'm too old for that, that's too difficult for me, what could you say? Like, how do you see that? Do you see age as a barrier, or
Not at all.
okay?
Not at all. Um, I had no idea that I would find the thing that I was meant to do in my 50s.
Amazing.
And that is what has happened for me. And, at 53 or 63 or 23, or I think that if it's something you feel drawn to and you feel it's going to be a powerful element of your life, it doesn't matter your age. The only thing I would say is that it does take a lot of work
Yeah.
if you want to really excel in it. And there's so much to it. There's the music, there's the culture, the history, and now language, which I know I'm starting to jump into that, and I'm going to really work on that. But um, it's definitely intense, and it's something that takes effort,
Yeah.
but it's so worth it if you feel drawn to it and you feel like it's in your heart and it's something that you want to pursue.
Yeah, for sure. You know that I call flamenco like a life journey. It's el tu camino flamenco. How do you think it's changed you as a person, not just dancing, but outside of doing flamenco?
I feel more kind of connected to things. I feel more solid about myself and what is important to me in all ways, in my heart, in my mind, and just in my life, in my relationships, who I want to spend time with, the quality of my life that I want to have. It makes me feel empowered.
Yeah.
It makes me feel strong. It makes me, uh, um, it's especially on the dance floor for sure when you're really engaging. and you're connecting with the audience. If you're performing in front of someone, for sure, then you really feel that. But that comes out in other ways in your life. You feel just that strength is really important.
And what do you think has been the most difficult thing for you so far?
Mm. I'm very critical of myself, and there are times when it feels like, oh, this is too difficult, and maybe I'm never going to be very good, or maybe I'm not good enough to do this. And it's so easy to question yourself. But when you get down to it and you get back to your heart and why you're doing it, you realize, no, I'm pursuing something I love, and I'm just going to keep pushing forward. And I start to see those differences, those changes, those improvements, and it's all worth it.
Yeah. I always think that just being in Spain, in Andalusia, can teach you a lot about flamenco. So, my final question to you is when you're here in Spain, what observations do you make, or what things do you feel that make you understand flamenco better?
Mm. Just the way that people carry themselves here, the way that they express themselves through music, through food, through their relationships, that the love that I feel that is exuded by those that I experience here, whether it's you and now people that I know or not, that um, there's this flamenco life, this flamenco heart. This it's just it's pretty powerful, and I feel very connected to it as an overall study, as the history, all of that. I feel much more connected to it here than I am at home. I mean, I feel it because it's in my heart when I'm at home, but it's as if I've brought Spain or Moclin with me when I go home.
Beautiful. Well, I'm really excited to see what the years to come bring for you with flamenco because, you are a real true inspiration. You're learning so fast and you're working so hard. So thank you for this little chat here in Moclean amongst the olive trees and give me a hug.